July 1st, 2026, major auto insurance reforms are happening in Ontario, and it will affect everybody. Not everybody, but everybody. Hi, I'm Libby Telford, a licensed life and living benefits advisor in Ontario. And in this video, I'm going to touch on a few points from the perspective of a living benefits advisor, somebody who covers people with accident, disability, income replacement insurance, and just talk a little bit about what we should all be thinking about. So the first thing that's not going to change is anybody's existing coverage. If you currently have auto insurance, nothing changes unless you explicitly call up your auto insurance broker and tell them you would like to drop what's now going to become optional coverage. So what are those optional coverages? Essentially, it's all of the accident, injury, and income replacement benefits that have been on your auto insurance policy since you've had it. And it covers everybody, you, whoever's in your car, and whoever else may be involved in the accident. For example, if you get in an accident with a cyclist, the cyclist can claim benefits on your insurance policy and have them paid out. What's changing as far as how your policy is set up now is that all of those optional benefits, including funeral costs and death benefit, only in the case of an auto accident or an accident that involves an automobile or any other type of, RV, motorcycle, whatever. What's changing now is that a cyclist or a pedestrian or a passenger who is not on your insurance policy, should you be involved in an accident, and you're the car driver, you drive the vehicle, they cannot claim all of the same benefits anymore against your insurance policy. Essentially, they can claim some major medical and rehabilitation benefits, but that's it, not all the other stuff that they used to be able to. What's also changing is if you are involved in an accident, you have to make the claim against your car insurance, your auto insurance policy first, because now they're going to be the first payer. So what that means is they have to pay out all of your benefits for you first before any other insurance coverage you might have. For example, other personal coverage, like if you purchased it from me, if you're one of my clients, if you have any of that coverage already, you're not going to be forced to use your own personal benefits first before the auto insurance benefits kick in. Your auto insurance benefits have to pay you first. And then if there's any gaps in coverage and you have a personal plan, either you pay for it yourself or your employer pays for it, then they can make up the difference, or you can save it for when you have a different type of accident that isn't auto insurance involved. And what it also means is anybody who's new and getting car insurance for the first time, or renewing their policy, or deciding to make a change and looking for a new insurance provider, they can explicitly ask for optional coverage, and they will now be offering optional coverage, all the other stuff. Say you don't have employer paid benefits or a personal benefits plan, you can find out from the auto insurance company what it will cover. But the difference is, remember, is that it only covers you in case of car accident or any accident involving an auto. So you have to keep that in mind. If you have personal insurance, keep it, because it covers you in case of accident or injury or illness that happens anywhere or any way. And if you have employer paid coverage, generally it's the same thing. So my advice to you out there listening and trying to figure out if there's anything you should do or any action you should take or anything that you need to be worried about is A, don't worry. Whatever coverage you have in place now stays the same. However, if you're looking to lower your car insurance and you choose not to get all those options because you want to pay a lower auto insurance premium, look at a personal plan. You still need some coverage, and it might not be as expensive as you think. In fact, it might not be much more expensive than getting the auto insurance coverage, except the fact that it's going to cover you in accidents anywhere. So I highly recommend that, because you could be skiing or at some sort of sporting event and injure yourself, break a leg, not be able to work, or need some extra cash to help you get around and heal. And that's where personal insurance plans kick in and employer paid plans kick in. Auto insurance is not going to cover that. Your auto insurance only covers accidents involving autos. I'm not a lawyer, but I've heard media reports saying that cyclists or passengers or pedestrians who are hit by drivers can no longer sue them for benefits. That's not necessarily true. They may no longer apply for automatic benefit coverage to the extent that exists now before July 1st, but after July 1st, they still get major medical and rehabilitation. So that's not nothing. That's not going to change. I hope that clarifies things a little bit more about what this major reform means now. If you want to have a professional licensed advisor look at your insurance coverage and tell you what you have, what your coverage looks like, what's covered, what's not covered, where there might be some gaps, feel free to reach out and I'm happy to let you know what you've got, no obligation, and let you know maybe where you might want to fill in the gaps, and maybe I can help you get fully covered, cover every angle. Have a good day.